Yung tinitignan namin, may na-discover na kami ng mga tawag namin red flags. For example, the same project in one national expenditure program in 1 year, parehong-pareho project description, barangay. Ginawa na noong 2024, inulit-ulit in 2026.
This is truth on the line. You brought the attention of the people to the fact na yun na nga may mga questionable insertion sa DPWH budget for 2026.
Well, I understand from Congress na hindi na nila itutuloy yung pagbalik ng NET, yung National Expenditure Pro. I understand that they will just wait for the new DPWH budget to be proposed to Congress. No, but nevertheless, whatever happens, I consulted with our senators and we all agreed that tuloy lang yung briefing namin dito because we're very conscious of the time and we make sure that we pass a budget before the year ends. Kaya sabi namin, whatever happens, tuloy lang. And kung merong changes man sa particular agency, we will just rehear that particular agency.
Sinabi nga kasi ng budget secretary na wala daw sa constitution. Hindi daw pwede ibalik yung NVP in total. So anyway, ang pinaka-latest pala drain-up na nga ng House, yung balak nila na ibalik. So ano po yung nakikita nyo? Dahil medyo marami ang galing, Paano 700 pages daw yung budget ng DPWH pa lang, saka yung 15,000 line items. Paano nyo pong na-discover yun? Kaya nakakalusot siya noon dahil ang hirap-hirap basahin, wala nagtsatsaga Ano po yung ginawa niya? Talagang you went through it talaga na detalyado. How long did it take you to do that?
Well, tama ka, Talagang ang daming line items. In the flood control alone, there are about 4,000 plus line items. Iba-iba talaga. At what we did is we did some cursory review kasi ang ginawa ko ay we engaged this independent association ng mga project managers. Kasi hindi naman ako engineers, wala engineers sa team. So we engaged this association of project managers to help us analyze the different flood control projects. Yung tinitignan namin, may na-discover na kami ng mga tawag namin red flags. For example, the same project in one national expenditure program in 1 year, parehong-pareho project description, barangay. Tapos nakita rin namin may mga projects na ginawa na noong 2024, inulit-ulit in 2026, nag-repeat siya in 2026. So because of that, we identified 6 types of red flags. Yun na nga, sinabi namin yung duplicate projects, yung repeat projects na walang station number. Kasi kung walang station number, so, paano mo hahanapin yun? Yung projects na pare-pareho yung amounts, mga projects na divide in phases. One project siya pero dinivide nila in different phases. So ito yung mga red flags na discover namin during our cursory review of the budget.
I'm interested dun sa nabanggit niyo po na project managers. Saan po sila galing? Civil society ba yan? Are they engineers or?
Sila, mga in the construction industry, meron kang, di ba, may kliyente, merong contractor. In the middle are the project managers. Sila yung tumutulong sa kliyente to see kung tama ba yung ginagawa ng contractors. Kasi ang tendency ng contractors magtipid. Diba? Ang tendency nila magtipid. Ibibil ka nila, let's say, ng 100 million. Pero yung ginawa nila, let's say, 70 million lang. So the project managers, sila yung kakwenta kung tama yung billing ng mga contractors. So itong project managers na ito, wala rin silang mga proyekto sa gobyerno. Alam mo, na-discover ko sa mga contractors sa private, ayaw nila makipag-negosyo sa gobyerno dahil unang-unang gobyerno, ang dumi. Maraming SOP. Hindi naman lahat nakakalunok ng SOP. Iba, tapos ang gobyerno matagal magbayad. Dapat mahaba yung PC mo. Kaya maraming mga project managers and contractors, they don't do business with government. Ito yung mga tumutulong sa amin yan to help in the review.
Yung tinulong nyo, volunteer ba yon? Are they So, pwedeng sabihin natin civil society ba yan?
Pwede in a sense kasi walang bayad. Sabi nila, tulong na namin sa bayan. Sabi niya, kasi siyempre taxpayer rin kami. At nasasaktan sila kung nakikita nila may mga ghost project. So pro bono. And in fact, nag-offer ako to engage them to pay sa. And hindi, pro bono na. Tulong na namin to sa bayan.
Nabanggit nyo na marami din naman sa mga contractor natin at siya nga mga project manager na ayaw makapag-deal sa gobyerno. Within the industry, I know you're familiar naman kahit papano no, sa industriya. Mga ilang kayang percentage ng industry yung ganyan? Na mas marami, pwede ba natin sabihin, mas maraming malinis actually?
Well, Yami, kung titignan mo lang yung top 15 na contractors na na-identify, Pangulo, na top 15 contractors who cornered 20% of the total projects, wala naman doon mga brand names eh. No, katulad ng MDC Ayala.
Yeah.
MDC na Ayala, napakalaki yun, pero wala doon. DMCI, di ba? Napakalaki yun, pero wala doon. Megawide is another big contractor, no? Pero wala sila doon. So, if you look at the top 15, wala doon yung mga brand name contractors, no? Because ayaw nila makipag-deal sa gobyerno dahil una-una hindi lahat ng tao kaya lunukin yung SOP eh. No? Nakokonsensya sila, so out sila diyan.
So etong revision ngayon ng DPWH budget, ano kaya magiging impact sa timetable ng pagpapasa ng General Appropriations Act for 2026? Madidelay ba ng gusto?
Well, from what I read earlier, from what I read in the internet, sabi ng House na within 10 days, magre-resubmit ulit. I think it's in the form of errata or maybe proposed amendments ang DPWH para makorek itong lahat ng mga projects. So, if within 10 days, tingin ko kaya naman, no? Wag lang buwan kasi kung madedelay yung ng buwan, yung resubmission, baka madelay. We have to remember that the budget of DPWH is 1/6 of the total budget. Almost 1 trillion yan eh.
Yeah.
So, napakalaki ng bahagi ng budget natin ay DPWH alone na lang. No? So, kung madedelay yung submission ng DPWH, baka lang madelay yung ating budget.